So it would appear that the hot topic in the Idaho student murder case is currently the Hyundai Elantra. Everyone's on the lookout. They're currently going through, I believe it's around 22,000 of these cars to check which one is likely the one that was caught on surveillance cameras. Now, check this out, because this is what I would be contemplating more than anything. Now, the Hyundai Elantra was seen on CCTV footage heading in the direction of the victim's home, and it was traveling at pace. Now, my mindset, my inquisitive mind, is like this. If you're in a car and you're looking to do this and you're just out on the hunt, you're out on the prowl, you don't want to bring attention to yourself. So, especially if it's your own car, because I'm guessing law enforcement are looking to see whether they can find out who this car is registered to and catch someone, not like thinking it could be a rental or something like that, or a borrowed maybe, but we'll come to that later. But look, if I was on the hunt, on the prowl, I would not want to bring suspicion to myself. So I wouldn't be traveling at pace. I would be traveling normal. I'd be traveling in amongst other traffic. In fact, I would have likely traveled to the area where I was going hours and hours before. And look, now I sound like I'm a serial killer. I'm just thinking this is what I would do rather than be caught on CCTV at pace heading towards the victim's home. Now, that tells me something. That tells me that the likelihood is they knew that now was the time to come. You need to be quick. Everyone's here. They're here. He's here. She's here. Get here. Do what you need to do. That's just what this seems to me. So has this person come from away and they've been called in to do a job? Is it someone from another college, another university? Because if I was law enforcement now, I would be looking at the closest car, the Hyundai Elantras that are the absolute closest, to see whether there is one that is local or just on the peripheral to catch. And that would include all residential ones and any of the hire companies that have them on their databases. And then I'd go out. And I'd specifically focus upon other student university areas that have a connection with this place. We touched on something the other day about the football match that was happening on that day, the Davis University, and the fact that they on their campus had a stabbing at the beginning of the year, and how on the day of this stabbing they just happened to be playing in Moscow. But look, yes, it is all about the Hyundai Elantra, and I think it's a lot to do about the behaviour of the Hyundai Elantra. Not so much where is it right now. It's hold on a second. Why was that car travelling at pace to get there as if it had been tipped off? Because my mindset would now be, hold on a second, who had tipped this vehicle off? Who had tipped off whoever was driving this to come to this property? The property that they are able to walk into and kill 4 members within that house. I don't know what you guys are thinking. Obviously, there's a lot of stories. This is becoming a little bit convoluted. So I'm kind of trying to stay away from all of the stories and make it over complex and just look at the overall thing. So I'm stepping back and seeing where this goes. So if you want to go and look at other channels that are literally talking about every single thing to do with this, including some of the lunacy on other channels, on other platforms, and wow, some of their stories. I watched one yesterday and it blew my mind. But at the end of the day, we've got a vehicle that they seem to think has critical evidence. It was seen in the immediate vicinity of this property around the times that they believe was, in fact, when the murders took place. And I'm saying, where did this car come from? And if it did indeed come from afar, and it seemed to be travelling at pace, that to me sounds like someone had tipped that car off. This was someone who had asked them or told them now was the time. And this may be your only time. So get there, get it done, get in, get out, get away. That's my thought. What are you thinking? Let me know down below, and I'll catch you all in the live tomorrow.